If you've been to Museum of Nairobi, that lion, the one we used to have at home, was quite bigger than that.
Yeah.
If you look at the masculine hereditary line, we come from hunters and gatherers
Yeah.
who are out in the field, who are doing physical stuff every day,
Yeah.
who have endorphins naturally released.
When you
Right?
do that.
But when you do physical labor,
Yes.
the one time that I did physical labor, which was cleaning toilets and working in factories in UK, that was the sweetest sleep I ever had. If you're depressed, if you're clinically depressed, and you don't have a six-pack, you're not in great shape, and you don't have money, try at least achieve the first two things. Get in shape, get a six-pack.
Yeah.
You will attract money, you will attract positivity into your life. And I believe I'm a walking testament of that. My depression started when I started putting on weight. And you need to create a community of like-minded individuals, because men together as a unit who are strong, who are like single-minded in purpose and want to achieve greater things. And as the world gets more complicated and more expensive to live in, I think as a society and culture we should realize that a hand has 5 fingers, right?
Yeah.
When you close it as a fist and you hit someone, the effect of it is much
Massive.
harder than if it's individually. Right? Exactly. So
Yeah.
think about your family as this, right? Of strength of force. Are we recording, by the way?
Yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
Oh, so we just start off. Okay, good. This is good for people to know. For
Yeah.
example, the first viral view clip I had was, I think, maybe within one of my first 10 episodes. There was a guy called Akil Ahmed, and I asked him. Actually, I told him why I think Somalis are successful.
Yeah.
I think that's got maybe 1 million views on TikTok.
Damn.
It gave me like 20,000 followers. But the video is barely breaking 2,000 views on YouTube. So that's social media conversion for you. It's
Yeah.
very high rate of return in terms of views, but in terms of quality views to your YouTube, it's barely anything.
Yeah.
So it's just, there's no science to it, bro. Sometimes you'll think a reel will do so well,
And then it just.
and it just bombs, you know?
Yeah.
So the main thing is just consistency. And for you as a podcaster, what as content appeals to you? Respectfully, the audience, right? And I told you I don't watch podcasts,
Yeah.
but I'm very interested in the human spirit.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in different characters. You know, I'd love to have a conversation one-on-one with different people. If the audience loves that conversation, that's okay.
Yeah.
And with clips as well, like a lot of the times my videographer will say this. I'll get someone to tell me to say this or do that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't align with my modus operandi. So I was like, no, you know,
No,
I
it
don't want to
doesn't
change to appeal to that. And whenever I've done that, I feel dirty.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to cuss on this?
Yeah, of course. We're just gonna bleep it eventually.
Okay, so then we better not.
I mean, you can cuss if you want.
No, but how
Yeah.
do you cuss on your podcast?
Personally, I don't.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it keeps it clean because someone told me that you alienate some of the audiences.
I mean, but at the end of the day, really, you want to be your authentic self.
Yeah, my
when you
authentic
come out
self is
here.
a very vile person. And this comes from my corporate job. My boss. So the current job I work at, the founder who started it, he was like F-bombs every time, like Wolf of Wall Street type, right? And so I started talking like that. And then eventually as the company grew, we got a HR manager, we got other employees.
Yeah.
And so then he was told, listen, this is no longer a startup business. You need to change your tone.
Yeah.
And just as I was getting into the thick of things, but then I noticed on the podcast as well, my dad and my mom usually watch this stuff.
Yeah.
And every time I say the F word, I'm just seeing that message pop up. I'm very disappointed in you. So I try
Do
to...
they actually message you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I try to avoid it. Even dad is like, sometimes, like I'll just receive a message for your latest podcast. And then you know the dots. When normally it's just a heart emoji, loved it. But then if it's the
dots.
the F words, there's just usually a very long typing message. And so I stray away from it, but sometimes I can't help it, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll try and keep it clean.
I think it's the world we live in. You talk about your parents here. You seem respectful. Are you?
To my parents?
Yeah.
Oh, very, bro. We have arguments, I think, as you do with family. You don't always agree on things. My mom, I love her to bits, and I think I'm the favorite child, so I take advantage of that. And as a sales guy,
Are you actually the favorite child, or do you call yourself the favorite child?
The favorite child.
Okay.
I don't think I am. I think we're friends first and foremost, right?
Yeah.
The conversations we have, because Muindis technically, culturally, we live together, right? So in that kind of household, especially when egos clash, there can be a lot of friction staying together. But when you're in a household that's bent on whatever we contributes towards us propelling this family to a better future, there's also an understanding, right? So sometimes I'll have an off day, but of late it seems like I'm the one having most of the off days. Yeah, my parents will understand, but even sometimes I become very unreasonable.
What causes the off days for you?
So right now, it's just a frustration with being overweight, bro.
Okay.
And like and this is a psyche that I've been dealing with for a very long time, but my physical state is tied to my emotional state. Okay? If I have a very bad day, but I've been going to the gym, I've been consistent, I'm in the best shape, I shrug it off. I'll be like, this is something I can handle. As a man, I'm supposed to handle these kind of tasks every day and just walk through it.
Yeah.
But if I'm of what I've been for the past 2 years, the Uber Eats, the Jumia guy, the guy who plays video games and snacks and tries and basically gets his emotion drowned with a sea of cheeseburgers and pizzas, then I notice I'm like a TNT with a short fuse. I blow up, I get frustrated because I'm not happy with myself. So that happiness then, as a result, the closest people to me get the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Eric of late has been receiving a lot of that brunt.
You've been the guy who's been blowing up his...
So Eric and I, we've been... he even messaged me the other day. He's like, yo, I miss my bro, man. What's up? So we had we had a bit of... not falling out, but it's like friends.
Like
we co-signed on some things. And I tried seeing his perspective. Eric is very patient, by the way.
Yeah.
But what I realized then is, okay, if my friend is starting to see this, my parents who are close to me, my fiance as well, she calls me Mr. Grumps because
you're grumpy all the time.
Grumpy.
Yeah.
But as soon as I go to the gym, bro, everything is just even keeled. Like everything is, the equilibrium is found. You know, the toxicity, the chemicals on your
all
shoulders,
goes away. It's kind of like you leave it in the gym.
Yeah, and so Eric and I, and this is Eric from Every Other Time with Eric. For those guys that want to check out,
yeah.
Him and I made a pact that we want to lose weight and we want to sort of get in the best shape possible and propel ourselves as physical specimens, if you can say that. And it's been hard doing it with a corporate job, right? And given both our past, we were both in shape. So right now, I just told him, man, we every podcast we do together, we're measuring each other.
Yeah.
Because we're bullshitting the audience right now. We're going to say we're doing it, we're never doing it.
Yeah.
And we did a trio episode with Farid yesterday. So that's possibly a testament to how the future is. You just have to put it out there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever had something like that where you're putting it out there and you keep putting it out there because no one is sort of aware of your goals?
So there's something like that for me, and for me it's flying, so getting my PPL. So when I start, if you go and watch the intro episode to this episode, I tell people that I became a pilot. But I actually didn't become a pilot. I was on the way to becoming a pilot. My hope was that in maybe a month or two, I was going to get my PPL.
Yes.
But then I fell off because I couldn't find the time to go and get my flight hours. And so that now has become so bad because it's a year down and I still don't have my flight hours to get my PPL.
Right.
So I got to figure that out somehow.
And was that something you were striving to is it something that you just wanted to do since a young age?
Not really. I think it's something that beat me during COVID. It's a bug that just beat me. So during COVID, we were stuck indoors. I downloaded the Flight Radar app and I was tracking flights. So I live right next to the airport and planes keep flying over my house. And I was like, oh, let me see, what plane is that? So I would pull up the app and I was, this plane.
That's interesting.
And I was like, you know what? Maybe I should go, get a PPL. What does it take? And then I saw how much it costs and stuff like that. And then I enrolled.
And did you enroll here or?
No, in Toronto.
Okay. Toronto must have amazing schools. I think Eric was in Canada as well.
Yeah,
for his training at some point, right?
For some training for I think it's whatever he flies right now.
Okay, I want to do it as well. The thing is that I've asked Eric about it, and this stems from my dad wanting to be a pilot as well.
Oh, I see.
And he initially had to give up those dreams I mean, he got his PPL, but I think when he was going for, it's called the CPL.
Yeah.
That's the commercial pilot license. The family business sort of came in and stepped and said, we can't afford this, we can't do this. Politics between the families, no, the son can't do it.
And you guys came along as well?
So, sorry, what do you mean?
You guys came along as well? I mean, you guys were born and then
No, so
you became busy as well?
this was when my dad was young.
Oh,
this was
okay.
when he was 17, 18. This is in the 70s.
Yeah, I heard you say this in, I think, when you were with Africa at some point. I think you gave the story there.
Yeah. And so I'd love to actually take him on a Cessna or one of these planes and fly him down. Like, just let's go to Nanyuki.
Yeah.
We take the plane, go for lunch, take him back. Because it was his dream to do it. And it's not something that's ever occurred to me, but if I were to go down that line, it would be just to see that reaction on my father's face.
Yeah.
But it's something.
It's something, man. I think we could probably give each other a goal.
Yeah,
and say, I don't know what, by the end of next year, 2026, we should probably do it.
That might be a bit too soon for me, bro. But I sort of had that itch come up when I was recently traveling to Mombasa for some work, and I just happened to be on the same flight Eric was piloting, and he told me, why don't you come on the jump seat, man?
Yeah.
And bro, like my level of respect for pilots changed. Because before it was they're glorified Uber drivers.
Yeah.
Right? Just take us from one place to another. But then when you literally sit in the cockpit and you look at the dash and the amount of buttons and the things they're doing, and Eric, it just made me realize he can multitask.
Yeah.
I can't multitask. Like, so if we're talking and I'm messaging, I'll tell you to stop.
Yeah.
And there's buttons behind him. They're coordinating between each other. They're both in sync.
Yeah.
And that initial thrust when taking off, as a passenger, you feel it, but when you're in the jump seat, bro, no car can ever give you that sensation, that adrenaline pump. And then when you reach a point in the sky where everything is clear, and it's loud, but at the same time, it's quiet. And peaceful. It's such a juxtaposition of
peace,
chaos and peace. Yeah. And we happened to be looking at the sun, and then I think there was, I'm not sure if it was Kilimanjaro or Kenya on the left, but I was like, damn, these guys.
Were you headed to
Mombasa?
Okay.
Which one is that? So
that would be Kenya, maybe.
Mount Kenya, yeah. And I looked at him, I was like, damn, dude, this must be beautiful. And he has this withdrawal whenever he doesn't fly for a few days, or he's sick and he takes like a week off, he's itching to get back to it. So I completely see that point of view right now.
Yeah.
And to get that, maybe let's see, bro. You never know.
You never know. The reason why I'm saying 2026 is, the sooner it is, the more you're probably pushed. For your PPL, though, not your CPL.
Or we get insanely rich, we just get private jets. Have you seen the Charlie Sheen, the documentary on Netflix?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, so there's a story where he was married, I think, for the second or third time. And they were going on a honeymoon, and he was wasted. He was back on the liquor. Yeah. And very famous at that point. He had done successful movies back to back. I think there was
after Two and a Half
Wall
Men,
Street. No, this was before Two and a Half Men, much before. I think maybe this was 90s, if not stretching into 2000s. And he was drunk, and as he was going to the washroom, he met the pilot. Yeah. And the pilot's like, hey, Charlie Sheen, great to see you. Can I take a picture with you? Blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, why don't you come to the cockpit? I'll show you what we do. Yeah. So he enters the cockpit. Everyone's excited to see him. He's like, for the picture, why don't we do this? Why don't you give me your hat?
So give Charlie Sheen the hat.
Yeah, give Charlie Sheen's telling the pilot. So they look better. So the pilot gives him the hat. And he's like, what would even make it more better? Give me your jacket. Yeah. So the pilot gives him a jacket. And he's like, what would make it even more better?
Let me sit on you.
Let me sit on the pilot seat.
Yeah.
And he's like, what would even make the picture even better? Let me take control of the flight.
Holy.
And he took control of the flight. And for a second, he had this moment of freedom. And he was actually controlling the plane because they let it off. And
off autopilot.
And he actually did that. So that's something that maybe if we get a private jet, we can do that.
Yeah, we could do that. I mean, yeah, whatever. I mean, even the small planes, we could.
But do you have those inhibitions? Do you have those? Maybe inhibitions is not the right word. Do you have that desire for that level of financial freedom where considering a private jet is no longer but a dream, but a reality?
I don't care about private jet. I don't think I dream that far.
What's your dream? I mean, obviously now you're a young father, and I've been told perspective changes, especially
all the time, man. It keeps changing all the time. I was even telling Eric here a couple of days ago that before my daughter was born, all I needed was $1 million and I'd be set. Now my daughter is born, and that doesn't make sense to me anymore.
Really?
It doesn't make sense anymore because I think my daughter has a life to live. For the next 18 years, I've got to finance that life. And if there's going to be more kids, then that number keeps going higher and higher. And so I think the goal keeps changing throughout life. And I even feel like when you become wealthy, that goalpost keeps changing for you.
Do you think with your current role and your in your job, whatever you're doing with the university, do you think that number is realistically achievable? Or?
It is achievable. But nobody ever pays you, man, to make you wealthy or rich. You are in a corporate job. You're always paid so that you can come back. I don't think when they're thinking about employing me as a professor, they are thinking about they're thinking about making me wealthy or anything like that. Because of the way the politics of the university runs.
Yeah.
But if I was in a corporate job, I know for sure that my employer is paying me enough for me to come back tomorrow and continue making them wealthy and continue running the company or the organization. Yeah. And so when you come from that perspective, I think the only way to achieve that freedom is finding something of your own that you enjoy doing and then growing it that way. And I think that will even give you more satisfaction than the money would.
When you put skin in the game, and so I work in sales. Now, in sales, I'd recommend to anyone who doesn't really know what they want to do because it gives you very practical life skills.
Yeah.
First of all, it teaches you how to engage with the person sitting opposite you. And you very quickly realize that the world we live in has such different characteristics. I mean, people are not all the same, right? It's like a rainbow of personalities out there. And sales allows you to navigate through that spectrum. And you become very good then at sitting down and talking with people, at engaging and having people open up to you. So that's a life skill that I don't think any other job can teach you to that extent, but sales does, because it allows you. It's an ego check as well for a lot of men, because you get rejected so much. You learn to persevere, you learn to your tolerance. But when you get successful at it, the addiction is the reward of commissions. Because and it depends again on a case-to-case basis of who you work for. But if you work for a company that says the sky's the limit, you earn as much as you sell. Yeah. It becomes very addictive, right?
Yeah.
And you try and maximize the amount of time you have in a day to get the most commission at the end of the month. And the difference between that and working a 9-to-5 job where I know what I'm getting every month. So let's say if I'm getting $1 million bob at the end of the month from a 9-to-5.
Yeah.
And I'm getting maybe 250,000 from a sales job, but I can scale it to 10 million a month. But 10 times the work you'd have to put in a 9-to-5. I'd still take the sales job.
Yeah.
There's something addictive. It's like the video game aspect of life, where the more effort you put in, the higher your character stats go, and the easier things become in life. You know? But there's a limit to that, because you have 24 hours in a day.
Yeah.
You can't sell 24 hours in a day. Right?
You need time to
sleep,
rest, and
you need to schmooze, you need to podcast, you need to do different things. So now comes in the period where, how do I multiply my income while dividing my time, if that makes sense? So I'm trying to stretch the limits of how much money I'm getting in, but reducing the amount of time I'm putting in. And that only happens when you have a business that you own, or a service that you can give, where you can sell that service, or you can sell a product, where the initial capital investment of time is a lot, but then after it is limited. Yeah. I'll give you an example. Like if you look at these fitness guys, right? A lot of them have become overnight millionaires. And the way to do that is A, get in good shape. B, generate a following. C, sell a product. Yeah. Okay? As your popularity grows, that product sells more. Yeah. So we have people like Christian Guzman, who, if folks that don't know him, is the CEO of Alpha Elite and one of the earliest YouTuber out there in the fitness space. He started making like $10,000 a month, $40,000 a month, $100,000
selling
a month, $200,000 a month, selling meal plans. Right? Selling push-pull leg workout split. Yeah. You know, how to change your mentality split. Like private members club, where you subscribe $10 a month and you get customized workouts. Yeah. And as his following started growing, those numbers started increasing. And some of these YouTubers / Instagram influencers have products that are 10 years on and are still selling.
Yeah.
Like if you go to, I think maybe it was Rich Piana, one of these crazy bodybuilders who passed away, he still has like a 16-hour, or like maybe a 12-hour arm workout or something.
Yeah.
That's like $20. People are still buying that,
Buying
even
it,
though the
even
guy's
it's
passed away.
gone.
So that's sort of the level of success and financial freedom
That comes
you
when
have to you have to think about something of that sort. Is that we put up initial investment of our time, energy, and resources into something that, when we let go, it
It'll
automates
continue
itself. Yeah,
working by itself. But you are in sales, you said.
yeah,
There's a theory that I have, and you could probably help me theorize this theory. You told me that you could make as much money as you want by selling more. I also think that you guys lie a lot. What do you say about that?
no. I think sales. Well, it depends.
I don't need to be a good liar to sell.
No, so you actually, sales guys can lie. There's a bullshit quality. They're bullshit artists.
Okay.
And that's why, I like using the expression, you can't bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah.
So the type of sales that I do is not the car salesman type. Car salesman will just
Sell you everything.
will try and make you want to hear whatever you need to hear for you to go and buy that product, right?
Yeah.
The type of sales I was taught was indirect sales. You first meet a person, you build a relationship. Don't even sell him your product. Don't even sell him your services. Understand what they need.
Yeah.
Inside and outside the office. And part of the reason my approach to sales was that way is when we were building the data centers in the early days, we still had to get funding,
Yeah.
right? So there was no product to sell. So I had to go and do business development. I had to go and do relationship building. As we started getting money and the data center started coming up, it's a 2-year project, right?
Yeah.
So you're pre-selling, but you're leveraging the relationships you've built and the initial meetings you've had
Yeah.
by knowing people, by taking them for lunch, just calling them on a weekend, let's catch up for coffee.
Yeah.
The amount of times I've spent clubbing when I don't even like clubbing, but just by being present and being that guy that's very nice to hang around with.
Yeah.
Then you sort of develop a network of people who know you. And what happens is they'll tell you, oh, by the way, Sajid, do you know someone in cybersecurity? I met someone last week, actually, in cybersecurity. You connect them.
Yeah.
So you become this web of networks. And then all of a sudden, when you have a product to sell, you know how when an animal ticks one of the webbings of the spider,
Yeah.
there's a sort of a ripple effect throughout the web. That's how the sales works. But it takes time for you to set up that structure.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how I approach sales. And that's how I approach podcasting and this and that. You meet
Creating
as
that
many
big
people.
network, yeah.
You know, because people smell bullshit artists from a mile away.
Of course.
Right? The way, it's also a psyche, right? If someone comes and tells you, you need this, I think direct selling doesn't work as much because it always seems as though it's a trick, someone's trying to rope something over your eyes. Indirect selling works, right? Where you'll see Apple doesn't, there was something around Apple not doing direct advertising.
Yeah.
But the advertising is around a feeling and an emotion of what the Apple product creates. It puts you above in a class where Android is for poverty and Apple is for the rich.
Yeah.
That took years to build, right? And you can't take it away from them.
Yeah.
And
They did a good job with that.
Even though we know Apple phones are limited, what do I have on the table?
You have an iPhone.
Thank you. So you see, the thing is, it's the curation of the story as well. And that's all sales. It's a combination of marketing as well.
A lot of psychology too.
A lot of psychology too.
Yeah.
And that's sort of how my former boss approached it. He would take his time to get to know the person. He was very emotionally intelligent. He would play at your strings. He'd see whatever strings are attached to your wallet and your heart.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't play it straight away, but he would eventually get to that tune where
you're free to open your wallet.
And again, so back to your point, yes, sales guys do lie. A lot of people bullshit you just when they're desperate.
Yeah.
But that's not the right way.
Best way is to play with the psychology.
Play the psychology, build the character, build your network. And I think you can leverage on those throughout your entire life.
Yeah.
Because if I sell you a bad product, you're never going to buy anything from me. Of course. Again. But if I sell you something that you generally have a need for and you believe in it,
then I'm even going to get folks to buy the thing from you.
There have been several times where I've turned down deals because I didn't feel it was the right fit for us. Right? Most people would be like, no, sell it and we'll figure it out later. There's a way to do that, but there's also a bit of deceit with that. And I sort of switch now to this position where if I can't help you directly, I will try and find someone who can sort you out.
I think that is some level of integrity that you don't always meet out here, especially in the world right now.
And I would attribute that to my parents as well. I mean, and now that you mentioned it, my boss was the first person that told me, he's like, you should thank your parents for the way they raised you.
Yeah.
Because in this game, with the money that's coming in and out, having integrity above it all is very important. And if you don't have that, you lose yourself in the process. So parents and their upbringing, obviously Islam, I felt to a certain extent enforced that in me.
Yeah.
But then culturally as well, the way my dad and mom were brought up pays huge dividends to who I am as a person.
Let's go back to you as a person and,
Yes.
growing up in your family. How do you, and we were talking about this earlier, and I'm always intrigued.
Yeah.
But the fact that you guys are able to live together, is it a pact that you guys make in your entire family? You're like, you know what, we've got to do this. Is it something that you guys actually talk about? And how come some of you never leave? I think you can be tired of some of the family members, their character and stuff like that, but you still stay. Is there like family gatherings that happen often where you guys have conversations around that?
I mean, I think every situation has a pro and con, right? There's a lot of gossip mongering and rumor mongering and this and that. I'll give a successful story as an example. We'll have to, I forget which hotel chain it was, but we'll reference, I think it's the Patel community in the States.
Yes, I've seen that.
You've seen that, right? Where they started coming in and they wanted to invest in a business where they could easily get support from anyone coming in from their family.
Yeah.
And so the motel business was what stood out to them.
Yes.
And they all of a sudden started taking over the motel chain industry because they were able to offer excellent service at half the price. And people were wondering why. What's the level of success? Why are they experiencing such success and why are they so cheap? How can we compete with them? So within the Patel family, what happens is, obviously, you've got a bunch of cousins, you've got a bunch of brothers and sisters. When one of them moves to the States, they don't stay at their own accommodation. They come and stay at the motel.
Yes.
They work at the motel, they earn at the motel, and they contribute toward the motel.
Yeah.
And you can pay them cheap because they're family.
Yeah.
Because room and board is taken care of. So they took over that entire industry just by doing this, by working together as a family. And then they went from motels to hotel chains. And then so on and so forth, the Hiltons of the world and brands. And now if you look at the hotel industry in the States,
they own everything.
They own quite a huge chunk of it.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at businesses over here, if you're to build something, are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Oh,
I'm just trying to adjust something here.
No worries, bro. So if you look at industries in Kenya, for example, a lot of the large manufacturing industries are Indian-based, right? If you look at Bidco, I think Matchmasters even, and there are a few that are, I can't sort of pull them out, but large industry manufacturing players were. Chandaria Group, that's a good example. A lot of these families, the ones that really stuck it out and have made it quite successful to the top tier businesses in Kenya were because they united together as a front. Versus other cultures where 4 sons, 4 different businesses, 4 different houses, 4 different expenses.
Yeah.
Here everything's one, right? All the effort is going into expanding this income stream.
One business.
But then also we're mitigating our expenses because we're all under one roof.
Yeah.
We're all pulling our resources and effort together. We're all staying to make this dream work.
One thing that I even saw is folks carpool together in 1 or 2 vans headed to work.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why a lot of these families, if you look at the brothers, for example, they, like the families, the Mwindis that I'm talking about, they always have nice cars. They always have big cars. That's because 4 of them are pulling to buy 1 car.
Yeah.
And they trade the amount of time they use it, but still they're able to afford such cars, they're able to afford such nice houses because you're pulling it into one resource. And as the world gets more complicated and more expensive to live in, I think as a society and a culture, we should realize that a hand has 5 fingers, right?
Yeah.
When you close it as a fist and you hit someone, the effect of it is much
massive.
harder than if it's individually, right? Exactly. So think about your family as this, right? Of strength of force.
Yeah.
Strength in numbers, the unity. and we should all sort of find a way to work together. Now, I know culturally it's very different, because if I reference my friends who are Kikuyu, as soon as they're 18, they're like told, get out of the house, find your independence. The good thing is they find their independence quite young.
Yeah.
Now, within the Waindi culture, it's very different. Some people are still attached to their mother. At their 30s, they can't cook their own meals. They can't do this. They can't do that.
Do you ever get independence then at any point?
Do I ever get?
Do they ever get independence at any point?
It's based on family to family.
Okay.
What we have now is, as the brothers get married, they move on to their own houses, because whenever a woman comes in, the complications between the two women and the mother-in-law, and then it's sort of the different dynamics. And I've already seen families split up like that. But truth is, the men who sort of put their foot down and said, this is the way the family works, and this is you're coming into our family, and this is the way the culture is, they still manage to coexist peacefully.
What I would wonder then is, if we are coexisting this way, then at what point would we say, you know what, then it is probably, is there some sort of structure at this point, then you probably should break away and set up your own thing?
So I'll give an example that's close to home, our family. So when we were growing up, my grandparents, my uncle, their kids, and us, we were all staying in one big family home.
Yeah.
But eventually, my mother just started Kosanaing with them. Different cultures, different aspects. And so we had to split apart. We had to go to separate houses.
Yeah.
But then my mom thrived in that environment because she was at peace. She could truly be herself.
Yeah.
Right? But then within our family and our confinement now, my brother, my dad, and I, as the bread earners, are one and the same. We've agreed that whatever expenses we have, whatever incomes we have, whatever we're doing will be open with each other. So then even though we're doing 3 different things, it's going to the greater good of this family. You see, the thing is, each family operates independently.
Yeah.
The culture is the aspect of unity. And right now, I'd say our Maiman community is quite strong in that. It's not perfect. There's a lot of, we call it tutu meme. There's a lot of...
What is that?
It's like a lot of bickering and moaning, a lot of gossip mongering. But when shit hits the fan, if I need help in that community,
you're going to find it.
Exactly. Because we believe in strength in numbers.
How is the mental health in your community?
That's something that's being seriously looked at right now. It wasn't something that's considered in the previous generation. Mental health has become something that's honestly just showed up recently.
Yeah.
But...
Did it though show up recently? Was it probably overlooked in the past that people hid?
We were actually having this conversation with my dad, and I think during his time, he was mentioning we were so busy doing so many different things. They were physically challenging themselves every day and every weekend for them to just worry and think about being depressed. Right? Even when they had no money, my dad was out scouting.
Yeah.
As a kid, as a teenager, and even his late teens, he would go. They would just. He has a tough week. He'd pack his bag on Friday night, go with his scouting buddies, and go camping.
It's very interesting that you're talking about. You even talked about your grandfather before, who was, I think, in Moyale or
he was in Garissa.
In Garissa.
Yeah. He was
out
a hunter.
there by himself.
He was a hunter. Initially, so there's taxidermy, where you basically hunt
get animals and then stuff them.
Growing up in our old house, we had lions, stuffed animals, and was it cheetahs or
all those things that we only see in museums.
Yeah, exactly.
You had them, so you walk around a museum in your house like, oh, you hit the rhino.
Basically, if you've been to Museum of Nairobi, that lion, the one we used to have at home, was quite bigger than that.
Yeah,
but that was sort of what he would do, and he would absorb himself in books.
Yeah.
The first book I ever read was a book called Solo, which was it was like a spy novella. It was one of my granddad's books, and then I forget who wrote it. Is it Jack Higgins or something? But that was the first book I ever read, because my granddad was so big into literature.
Yeah.
Because in Garissa, that's the only thing you can do. There's no television, there's nothing. So he started reading quite a lot. And then he used to read war novels and war stories, and that's how he sort of got into it.
Yeah.
So depression for them was not something that popped up to their mind because it wasn't part of the conversation. Maybe it could be a combination of lack of knowledge on that matter, but whenever, or it could be just the fact that maybe it didn't exist at that time.
Yeah.
Right? But what would happen is For them, whenever they were feeling down and out, they would literally go out and be one with earth.
Yeah.
Right?
What is that?
Camping.
Okay.
Fishing. Right? Stuff that, if you look at the masculine hereditary line, we come from hunters and gatherers who are out in the field, who are doing physical stuff every day, who have endorphins naturally released.
When you do that.
But when you do physical labor.
Yes.
The one time that I did physical labor, which was cleaning toilets and working in factories in UK, that was the sweetest sleep I ever had.
When you come home tired?
Bro, when you come home tired, I've never felt such contentment in my life. It's grueling work, man. And you're doing it for money because you need to make ends meet.
Yeah.
But there was something about physically exerting myself in a manual job. Right now, it's all desk jobs.
Yeah.
So even sales, for that matter, it's Teams meetings, it's coffees and lunches.
And you probably do all this from home even sometimes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So imagine back then where your body is physically moving as it's supposed to, right? Your genetic structure is not meant to sit and do what we are doing in this modern day and age.
Yeah.
And that's how complications pile up. So for them, the physical exertion really kept all these diseases and all these mental blocks at bay.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge part. If there's anyone watching this that genuinely has struggles mentally, I mean, I hate to quote Andrew Tate because he's a very bro guy, but he says is that if you're depressed, if you're clinically depressed, and you don't have a six-pack, you're not in great shape, and you don't have money, try at least achieve the first two things. Get in shape, get a six-pack.
Yeah.
You will attract money. You will attract positivity into your life. And I believe I'm a walking testament of that. My depression started when I started putting on weight. And every time I don't hit the gym, I'm so frustrated with myself, it depresses me.
Yeah.
That I go into a moment of quiet. And I don't do anything. I'm just in my room playing video games, right?
Yeah.
Which is not healthy.
Not talking to people.
But if I didn't have video games, if I didn't have, imagine me in the 70s or 80s.
No video games, of course.
No video games, of course, right? You had to be out there, man. What would you do at home? There was no TV. There was only radio. And radio, I mean, everyone was out and about.
Birds with the slingshots.
Man. So I think a lot of our answers lie in physical effort, by being one with nature, or by actually going to the gym, or one thing that I recently discovered: combat sports.
Yeah.
Combat sports really changed my perspective of what your body is capable of. And also how much people think they can fight, but they can't.
Yeah.
Like when you get into a fight with someone who can seriously scrap, bro.
I've seen you putting up reels. Either reels or shorts of you fighting with. I think Kibe was fighting you the other day. I mean, that was AI, right? That was AI,
bro.
Yeah, and who was it the other day? Was it Eric the other day who was?
That was Bashir.
Yeah, Bashir. Yeah.
People actually thought that was real, bro. It was all AI.
Yeah, you could see it was AI because the face is kind of
Yeah, you can tell it the way it changes. But MMA, boxing, wrestling, which wrestling I think, by the way, is just a superpower. If you know how to wrestle, first of all, the Khabib style wrestling, your body's so efficient, and the way they move and the way their limbs can just go from any direction, and the strength needed. If you're able to make your body get to that level, you're so unstoppable.
Yeah.
And there's something just because your body is an art piece, and if you can structure it and make it into a place where you actually admire yourself, and you what you see, if you're a physical specimen, like in the gym, you can get in good shape.
Yeah.
But then the practicality of that good shape, how much does it help you in the real life? Right now, I'm not saying go out and look for a fight, but if there's a bodybuilder and there's someone who's a wrestler, and both of them get into a scrap, I mean, 9 out of 10 times the wrestler is the one getting the better advantage.
Yeah.
Right? And there's just, again, back to endorphins, dopamine, being beaten the shit out of is also a very humbling experience. And as for a man, you need that.
You need to be beaten.
Bro, a lot of us have egos. You know, like we're walking out here, I'll chop this guy. What's this guy saying? You're in traffic, you tell someone, Kumamako,
you know?
If push comes to shove and you have to fight with a guy,
and the guy knocks you
down. The guy knocks you out.
Yeah.
It's a humbling experience. And doing that, my coach, his name is Umer. You can check him out, Umer Jamal.
Let's put him up on the screen.
He's an MMA guy, right, through and through.
Yeah.
And when you look at him, you think he's like a librarian. But when you scrap with him, bro,
that's when you see the real beast comes out.
Just like just like when he's close by you, so he'll do like so normally they teach you combos in boxing, so like jab, cross, hook, and then sort of instead of following up with a kick, he follows up with an elbow, and his elbow is like a knife. That thing can dent you and cut you here. So it's just having that combo done to you, and him holding back, but telling you, just humble yourself.
Take it easy.
Check your ego at the door. So I think we all need that in life.
Let's straighten your mic.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Let me tell you, how you end up seated here.
Yeah.
So you and Eric did an episode back in maybe 3, 4, 5 months ago. And you give a commitment to each other. You say, we're going to go to the gym for the next X number of days.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, we are going to fight.
Yes.
And so the day you guys said that, I had my headphones on. I was listening to you guys doing work in the fume hood or something, or maybe in the somewhere. I don't know what I was doing, but I was in the lab definitely. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to Kenya. I'm gonna join these guys.
Amazing.
In their gym for X number of months.
No, you're welcome.
And true to my word, of course, I tried, reaching out on DM. I think mostly to Eric because I'd reach out to him. But it didn't bite, and I was busy. So I came here for about 3 months.
Yeah. And
I wanted to do that because you talk about the physical fitness thing. So I'm generally slender, thin.
Yeah.
But I also feel like I'm out of shape. I have this big belly, and so I told myself, before I go to Kenya, I'm gonna get to doing 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 100 leg ups, and I think there was 5 things that I wanted to do. 100 of them every day before I come here, man. I think I also fell off at some point when I got to like 60 every day.
And I think that's why community is so important. The fact that you have that need, and you see like-minded individuals who are not just characters on a screen, but they're actually approachable. They're in your vicinity.
Yeah.
I think it's very important for us, especially Kenyan podcasters, to create a community. And most of us that are doing this are men, right?
Yeah.
And not to say that we don't want women on, but I think the 98% of my viewers are men. So I'm going to stick with the people that follow me, right?
Yeah.
But having people you can sort of interact with and look up to, and also want to grow together, I think we need to create a community of like-minded individuals, because men together as a unit who are strong, who are single-minded in purpose, and want to achieve greater things, right? Whether it's through financial independence or through physical fitness or through mental clarity, just being there as a support structure for each other is very important.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, doing this podcasting, what you're doing, is amazing because it helps get that message out there. But then also keeping each other accountable. Right? Because I was telling Eric, the next time we do a fucking podcast, bro, I'm bringing a weighing scale here. Because so people know we're not shitting them.
Yeah.
Otherwise...
So how you plan to do it? There'll be a camera on the weight scale?
Yeah, we'll put the camera... No, so Farid will... Every time we do a podcast with Farid will read the numbers out.
Yeah, okay.
And the camera will point it at it. And we have to commit to losing weight.
Yeah.
So today he messaged me. I created this thing. So I have a trio group with...
Sajid Farid.
With Farid and...
and Eric.
And Eric.
Yeah.
So basically, every day we work out. We put one, like Farid worked out today, 1. Eric worked out today, 1. Sajid worked out today, 1. So 16th October. And then you copy the chat and then you send proof.
Yeah.
So like for me, it's sending a screenshot of my watch. So it shows, but we're keeping each other accountable because Farid gets up like 5 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning to go and do a CrossFit workout. Guy's touching 50, man. And he's running circles around us. So Eric messaged me today. He's like, "Don't do it. We had a delay with Raila, with this, with that. I've only had 3 hours sleep." I was like, "Stop bullshitting. Get to the gym." He's like, "No, I'll go tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Then your name's gonna be 0 over there."
Today is gonna be 0.
Yeah. So we have to, and I think the best way to do it, to keep yourself accountable, is to tell the world.
Yeah.
Because if we don't achieve it, they'll be like, "These guys are full of shit. Why should we listen to them?" They don't even listen to themselves.
Yeah.
And it's a way to keep yourself accountable.
True.
So you're welcome to join us, bro. I mean, I train at Momentum right now, the gym in Westland Square.
Yeah.
And I train with Umair. But they're different boxing coaches, they're different MMA coaches. Just up the road, somewhere, maybe like 10 minutes from here.
Yeah.
And that's 10 minutes with traffic. There's, what's it called? Which gym is it?
Is it a 24-hour gym?
No, it's not a 24-hour gym. It's an MMA boxing gym.
Okay.
I used to train over there. I'm forgetting the name. I think it's called Ultra Fitness. Is it called Ultra Fitness? Where they do boxing. It's like an MMA gym.
Yeah.
and it's where the House of Leather is, just along Gong Road.
Yeah, well, I have no idea where that is, but
Okay, it's
I'll probably figure it out.
Yeah.
The only problem is that I gotta figure out my schedule here and my schedule in North America, because
when are you moving back?
I'm going back on November 1, man. I got like 2 weeks here.
How long are you going for?
I mean, I live there, so
Do you want to move back to Kenya?
eventually, yes, definitely. Eventually, yes. Because this is where I feel most at home.
Yeah.
More settled, more connected to my roots with nature.
Yeah.
And even speaking about nature, Ayurveda. I wanna, you talked about Raila a few seconds ago, and with Eric saying that he was stuck in the this episode is actually gonna drop on Monday.
Okay.
And so I think it's gonna be good to talk about this. So Raila passed away a few days ago.
Yeah.
He'd gone to India for apparently treatment with Ayurveda, which is some sort of treatment with
Plant treatment, right?
Yeah. Do you have any
I've experienced,
idea what that is?
So, like Ayurvedic type natural remedy plants, and so one thing that I've been doing since I was a kid was having natural honey and turmeric.
Okay, every morning?
Every morning. I had asthma growing up, and I was like on the pipe and everything, but my mom would give me turmeric and honey.
Yeah.
Every morning, mix it up. In 3 months, that went. And so
in 3 months, asthma went.
I don't have asthma anymore. And whenever I feel myself.
And how long had you had asthma before you started doing this? Before you started the turmeric and the honey?
I mean, for most of my life.
Okay. So you'd say even in your teenage, probably that's when you started doing it.
I started doing it when I was maybe 12, 13.
Okay.
And I had because ever since in nursery school, I always had a handkerchief. I was always coughing, always struggling to breathe. And then mom just gave me that. The turmeric and honey just made it
3
go
months
away.
it was gone.
3 months it was gone, and my breathing became better. And so what I started doing is I adapted the taste of honey.
Mm-hmm.
So actually have honey in my coffee every morning. It's just something I'm used to. People find it weird. The other thing that I've discovered recently is something called shilajit. It's like a black resin.
Mm-hmm. Is it of Indian heritage origin?
I think it's more Arab.
Okay.
But I think maybe it falls within the same Ayurvedic bracket.
Mm-hmm.
One thing is you'll get bonus every time you wake up. I don't know why.
Yeah.
You feel like you're a teenager.
Yeah.
You wake up with morning wood.
Yeah.
But the other thing is it gives you energy quite a lot. It's something to
So
do
is it like do you get it from is it tapped from some wood, some plant?
Actually, that's interesting. Let's find out where it's from. It's some resin from something. Shilajit.
Let's
That's
look it up.
Shila. Shilajit. Made from what?
AT at the end?
Yeah, so Shilajit. Produced by the decomposition or humification of latex and resin-bearing plant material from species such as Euphorbia, Roylina, and whatever the fuck that is, to be honest with you. So why is it so powerful? So thought to increase physical strength and promote health and longevity. It's composed of mainly of humic substances and fulvic acid, which is known to protect against basically anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. So in Islam, there was something about it.
They even say here that research points to potentially preventing the buildup of disorders like Alzheimer's. And they even say that it significantly increases testosterone levels in middle-aged men under this peer-reviewed research.
That's why I saw it, because my test levels, surprisingly, I thought they did, but I did a blood panel.
Yeah.
And I'm still above average. I was feeling very weak. I'm feeling very lethargic. I think it's the fact that I'm carrying maybe an extra 40 kilos around from what I'm normally used to. So that's a huge contributor. But this all of a sudden started making me feel like my old self.
Yeah.
Like when I'm working out, my strength, I'm easy to move, my bones don't rattle a lot more. And that's something with MMA, by the way, because you're moving your body in different dimensions, as you will, right? It's not just single plane movements. Your bones all of a sudden don't start aching. Your body's a bit less rigid.
Yeah.
Because when you're doing a kick or even a switch kick, you're lifting your hips up, your knees are over someone's waist, and those kind of unnatural movements force your body to, it's like swimming, force your body to go in such a different pattern than it's used to, and it's a full body exercise.
Yeah.
Swimming, by the way, do you guys have a pool over here?
We have a pool over here. Have I been in that pool? I learned to swim in a river when I was a kid.
So you must be a good swimmer, bro.
Generally, yes. Not competitively, but I mean, my freestyle is on point. My butterfly is confused. Yeah, and I'm generally a good swimmer. But I feel for the past 1 year, man, I haven't touched a pool.
Do you have any sort of physical workout that you do, like on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, so every day I will walk 10 kilometers today, run 5 kilometers tomorrow. So 10 today, 5 tomorrow, and so on and so forth every other day.
That's good. That's good. Let's keep it up. Do you find it helps you mentally once you're done?
It's more for my mental, actually for thinking.
Yes.
So I go out when I'm thinking about, if I'm going to do a podcast, or when you and I were supposed to do this 2 days ago.
Yeah.
It'll in the morning. We're meant to do it in the morning, right?
I think we had planned to do it initially was the morning.
Yeah.
And then I had to move it because of the travel to evening, and then unfortunately we got back so late.
So I prepared for that morning with that walk.
Sorry about that, by the way.
No worries, man. I mean, totally understand. What I normally say is, we got to do this, but we also have a life to live. I mean, we don't do this full time, so we have work to do. So if probably today something happened to my students and they were calling me for a meeting with them, then I'll probably be attending to my students than than be here. Because I got that commitment first before this commitment.
Yeah.
However, I do wish that there's going to be a time when I can do this full time. You
will.
Yeah.
Just think about it. It's you will do this full time, man. So you were saying that the running basically helps you.
It helps me clear out my mind and enables me to think. All the good decisions I've made, I made them while either walking or running. Yeah. Mostly when walking, but I feel like the mind is clear. Then I'm able to think straight, no distractions. I'm only even if there's traffic around me. If I'm walking on the street, or if I'm walking in the bushes and there's birds around, I'm able to concentrate with my thoughts.
Do you run out here, or what's your running track look like?
So I would get out here. I walk down Cotton Avenue I'll go to Lavington all the way to James Gishuru. I'll go up to Lavington Mall.
Wow.
And then I'll come back. Through Lavington Mall.
That's a lot, man. But it's good that you're doing that. And what are you teaching, by the way?
I teach. It's called medical innovation and specifically regenerative medicine. So it's a field of engineering where we engineer organs for transplant, and the hope is to transplant these organs eventually into humans.
Bro,
yeah,
that's insane. Do you think we're close to getting to that level where you can literally just pop up in a shop and buy a high-end heart, or are we far from that reality?
I would say we are not there yet. So there's things that you could get. So you could get cornea, you could get skin. There's actually product for skin. So for instance, diabetic patients who have wounds that are not healing, they can get this product called Appligraph. Appligraph is a FDA approved product that is made from your own cells that you would put. It's like a patch you put on your own skin, and you basically have your own skin back. Wow. Cornea of the eye. It's a very thin tissue, so you can get a cornea of the eye, cornea replacement from your own cells. Bone. So I think of hard bone, soft bone, so cartilage. So we can do those. But when you come to anything that is thicker than a millimeter, that is where shit is a fan.
I'm not sure if it's China or Japan, one of these Asia Pacific countries maybe, where they've discovered a way to regrow teeth. Have you seen that?
Yeah, so actually Eric was telling me about that, but I haven't really gone into detail to see that. But I see how that's possible. But what are they actually growing? They're probably growing the enamel, the dentine. They're probably not growing the soft tissues of the nerves.
Yeah, it's not the soft tissue. So for example, if your tooth cracks, normally you'd have to get like a crown or something. Yeah. An implant. This one in particular, I think it just maybe regrows.
Or they grow the tooth on the patient.
On the patient.
Oh, okay. Then that's interesting.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good business idea, by the way. Yeah.
I like the way you think of it as a business idea, and I'm here thinking about how much you can save lives by growing, things that are losing function.
We need to profiteer of people's stresses. Because I'm thinking, bro, if I could grow hearts and sell them.
We're not there yet.
With all the plumbing and stuff, everything you need, just shop. What do you need? $100,000.
But you know where most of the money is? Most of the money is in the medication. So you see, the normal way that people get transplants is so you need a transplant, they will get a transplant from a donor
Yeah.
for you. Allografts, they call them. So if they do that, you need to be under immunosuppressants mostly for the rest of your life. And those immunosuppressants make a lot of money for the pharmaceutical industry.
What's an immunosuppressant?
So when you get an organ, most likely your body is going to reject it.
Yeah.
And so we need to suppress your immunity so that
Isn't that messed up?
it doesn't reject that. So it wouldn't necessarily suppress your entire immunity. So the antibodies that would be created as a result of that that organ that is implanted in you.
One thing I was surprised to find out is that the underground human I'm not sure
Organ trafficking
is it's a crazy big business, bro. Like in Egypt, this lady was kidnapped. The story goes it was a few years back where the husband's ATM card wasn't working or something of the sort, and he told the taxi driver, look, why don't you just take me up to a place where I can get some cash and then we'll come and then we go. So his wife was sitting in the car and she was like, I'll just hang back, you go. They stopped at a place. He went, he got the cash, he came back, the car's not there. A few days later, they found the wife in some tub, basically cut up, kidneys taken, this, that, everything. And it happens, man. Even child kidnapping, especially apparently from DRC as well. Very big business. Like a lot of people, and
that's so messed up, man. It tells you how much the world is messed up, man.
I was actually we're trying to make a movie. One of my passions is film.
Yeah, me too.
You love films?
I was actually shooting a series the other day.
Really?
Yeah. I'm executive producing it, and I have a role there. They cast me for a very small role.
In Kenya?
Yeah, in Kenya.
What's it called?
I think it's called Mapenzi. It's something about Band. The story is based around Akibanda.
Okay.
Like food in Akibanda.
Yeah. Sort of thing. Okay, that's interesting. And this is like, are they shooting it for TV, for YouTube?
For YouTube.
Amazing, bro. Yeah. Like, have you done acting before in growing up? Or?
Nah, I'm not an actor. I'm too serious to be an actor. I think when I show up acting, I'm myself. I'm not able to fit into the character. So if you're writing me into that character, you write me as Joab, then I will be able to show up. But if you write me as show up as this 25-year-old businessman,
you find it hard to sort of step into those other shoes.
Yeah, I'm not able to do that.
Interesting. I mean, so films as well has been a huge part of my life. Obviously, to my granddad.
Yeah,
used to watch. I mean, Bridge Too Far, Kelly's Heroes, Dirty Dozen, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, all the spaghetti westerns.
Yeah. So
that started my love for the silver screen and.
And so you're shooting a film for? Is it for the organ trafficking?
So the story is based around an Indian cop that's in Meru. And that's something very hard to see in Kenya. Indian cop,
Indian disciplined force member.
No. Born in Kenya. 3rd, 4th generation Kenyan, but Indian descent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen any.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Very, very rare.
Not very rare. Not there.
There is actually. There's one or two, and this is loosely based on one of my uncles.
Really?
Yeah.
Currently, who are serving?
Yeah, he holds a very high position in the Kenyan police force.
Just after independence, maybe, or thereabout.
No, this is like this year.
Really?
Yeah.
And he looks like you?
Yeah, he's Indian.
Okay.
Indian. I don't want to give his name.
I mean that's cool, but very interesting.
If you search, he basically has the same name as my mother. Okay. I'll just say that, which I find very odd.
Because we don't know your mother's name anyways.
But even my other uncles who were growing up, they were all put, especially from Meru, to toughen them up. They were part of the police force over there. Yeah. And some of them got the handle Rungu, and my uncle was called Rungu 2. So this is I think Rungu 2 was I'm not sure if it was, this is an uncle that passed away. I think it was Rungu 3 and Rungu 4 as well. They're brothers. Yeah. They're very wild. And Rungu was because they would beat people up, right? They would be sent in to basically
discipline people.
So the movie follows this young cop.
I hope you're not spoiling this for us, by the way.
I mean, we recently got rejected by the Red Sea Film Fund.
So is it Have you produced a film yet? Have you? So you're still on script.
So we did the script, we did the actors film director's movie vision.
Yeah.
What the story is, but we're trying to find funding now because funding is the biggest challenge, especially at movie at this scale. There are two movies. We'll talk about it. Two movies I was initially going to pitch, and so the story is again this young cop. He's Muindi from everything. He looks like me. And I wanted to play that role, which means I needed to get in serious shape.
Yeah.
But he's in his 30s, and he's recently cracked a case when it comes to child trafficking.
Yeah.
And Meru is sort of known as this import-export hub from a transport perspective. Everything comes in and goes out over there.
Yeah.
And a lot of transporters initially stem from there. So he cracks that case, and he gets told, look, there's a bigger case in Nairobi happening, and we think it might be tied.
Yeah.
We want you to go there, you're promoted, get out, go work. And he's like, okay, this is a big opportunity for me. Let me go and try and make my mark. But he gets warned that Nairobi is a different place.
It's not like Meru.
It's not like Meru. Meru, you
Different
know everyone,
playground.
everything. Everyone knows you, so things work. And this case, part of it was obviously your police work, but it's, again, a smaller town.
Yeah.
And he's up for the challenge. Now, on the flip side, there's another character who was going to be played by George Moore. And George Moore is a person that I just happened to have on my podcast because I'm into acting, so I wanted to understand him.
Yeah.
And we said we need to work together on something. So his character plays a cop now in his late 40s, 50s. He's been through the ringer. He's corrupt as they come.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a shit. He utilizes prostitutes. He basically steals. He takes by force food from the vendors.
Yeah.
But he's a very broken person. Externally, he's very tough, and he turns out his aggression, but because internally, he's very broken by the fact that his daughter got kidnapped through this child smuggling ring, and he couldn't find her.
Yeah.
And he has a broken marriage, and everything is separated. So at the start of this, we were thinking about doing a film, but then I realized in order to have these two characters have different scenarios and their relationship grow closer, you need to tell it over a series.
Yeah.
Because what happens is in film, you need to make your money in the theaters. And it's very difficult to do that, especially with a no-name character such as myself and George Moore. And George is known, but globally it's very difficult. But if it's a series, you get people to invest in the characters. And then you build it up, and you build an audience, and you get them to stay over a couple of months.
Yeah.
Which then helps propel you and sort of and so forth. So the start of it was you have I wanted to shoot it wide angle, like spaghetti westerns, very wide.
Yeah.
So you have two pictures playing, and these two characters waking up in their day. All right, this guy is with his family, he's packing up. This guy is basically with prostitutes. He goes, he gets a nyama bite to eat, harassing the vendors.
Yeah.
And it shows them living their day. And this guy is going from Meru to Nairobi. This guy is harassing people
In Nairobi.
And it shows them. And at one point,
They meet.
this guy abuses someone on the road, and this guy gets abused by someone on the road, but he doesn't tell who. And then eventually it closes up and them walking together outside the DCI's office.
Yeah.
And then they meet each other and like, is this the guy that abused me? So that's the opening of them meeting.
So this guy was harassing this guy, basically.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so it works with them being told, you have to work together. Because George Moore is very involved in the child smuggling case for a few years. He hasn't made a breakthrough.
Yeah.
And his code name was Rungu too, because he was very rough.
Yeah.
And it's how these two polar opposite characters work together and break through barriers, right? And eventually, at the end of the movie, at the end of the series, they become polar opposites.
Yeah.
So what this character was and this character was, we have these touch points. And by the end of it,
it's the other way.
It's the other way. Where the guy who had the family loses his family.
Yeah.
Where the guy who didn't have a family gets his family back.
Yeah.
And it's by making these sacrifices and changing characters. And we have different... And I wanted to infuse Bollywood into it as well, right? To shake things up.
Yeah.
And it's a testament to Kenya as a plate of different cultures and tastes. We have Indians over here, we have Africans over here, we have Arabs over here, we have Somalis over here, we have Wazungus, it's a boiling pot of cultures.
Yeah.
So we wanted to show that, and we wanted to showcase even some of these differences that people point out. So let's just call the characters Sajid and George for now. We were working on names, but When George goes to Sajid's house for the first time, it's in Brookside, even though they're both cops, but different paychecks because of the skin color.
Yeah.
It's the first time he's had biryani, right? He's never experienced that before, right? When Sajid goes to his house in Gidurai 44, it's a completely
new world
for him because he sees the stark poverty and the difference in how people live.
Yeah.
And then we want to have a bar fight between them. But the bar fight breaks out into a Bollywood-style dance where everyone, including the Kanjo, is coordinated in the dance. So just imagine our cops all wearing blue and these two main characters in a bar, basically dancing. And I wanted to give Kibe a scene where he's drinking at the bar and then this dancing is going on at the back.
Yeah.
So it got far. We got a lot of interest, but I'm still trying to get someone to build it up. There's another movie that now with George Moore and Sajid, but this is now a chase film. It's a
like
bounty,
a car chase,
like a bounty film.
Okay.
So what
I think I've heard you talk about this bounty film.
Yeah, exactly. It's loosely based on Midnight Run, and the story stems from there's this cop. All right, he's just trying to make ends meet. And the reason we're doing cops is because I've not really seen cop stories and action and comedy to that extent over here. So this particular cop gets told, look, you need to bring in this bounty hunter, this bounty by this date. And he gets told by the bounty hunter he's working from that if you don't bring him, the business is shut and you can't earn and I can't earn.
Yeah.
So the guy's like, look, okay, I know this guy. There's a lot of people chasing him. There's the crooked MPs. There's the guy he ripped off. The MP he ripped off with a betting company and he stole money from there and he donated it to Palestine and stuff like that. So if I'm going to get this guy, you have to pay me well so I can just get rid of this business.
Yeah.
And so it's about this cop tracking George's character throughout Kenya. And now they find him maybe in Nakuru. And then the MPs end up tracking the bounty hunter. So the MPs' guys are now on them too.
Yeah.
And they go from Nakuru to maybe Nanyuki and they end up on a plane that takes them to Mombasa. And now in Mombasa, the gangsters he robbed as well happen to find them. So they start chasing them to a different place.
Yeah.
And then they wind up, we're trying to show the geography of Nairobi. And it's now how the bounty hunter and the bounty become closer together as the movie goes forward to try and avoid all these guys. And at the end of the movie, the bounty hunter has a decision to make. This guy is going to attach to, do I give him up for the money and let him potentially just be killed by the corrupt politicians, or do I lose everything and save him? And so that was the story. And Kenya was supposed to be the backdrop. We were supposed to start in one city, then they get chased to another, and then they get chased to another. They have no money. Then they get taken to another place. And it's something like a non-stop action film, but also comedy and deep-rooted, like emotions, friendship.
And this is also a series.
No, this was going to be a movie.
These are movies.
Yeah, because this was much tighter.
Yeah.
But to do that kind of things, like I had I think it's called Mount Olitoktok or something. Maybe I'm fucking up the name.
Longonot, maybe?
No, it's where there's like a lonely road and there's a mountain in Kenya.
Okay.
So I had them two walking over there. There's a Chalbi Desert.
Yeah. Up
right? I wanted to shoot a scene in the Chalbi Desert where they just end up in the desert and they are chained to each other.
Yeah.
And they're trying to survive. And like in Diani as well when they get over there. And the bar scene that I had in the initial series, if the series didn't get to work, we would do it in the movie
as well.
Yeah.
Man, Sajid, you have a very interesting mind over here. I mean, you are in sales.
Yeah.
You are a podcaster. I mean, you're in fitness, very deep in fitness. And now you're talking to me about filmmaking.
Yeah.
And where does this melting pot meet? Where do you come from? And you know what I'm trying to imagine here is, I know that you're in the UK at some point.
Yeah.
Do you think the UK contributed to you being who you are at all?
I think a small part. Part of it is also my parents, right? My mom has her father was very successful at a very young age.
Okay.
Like he was the owner of Mehran sugar mills in Pakistan, K2 cigarettes. He owned a radio station. He was big into art. He was into, what's this thing they play on hockey?
Ice hockey?
No, not hockey, sorry. On horses.
Apollo?
Yeah, that one. He was into that. You know, he had a horse farm. He had this, he had that. But it's because he dared to dream.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, his life was ended quite short. He was on a horse and he had something that happened. Maybe the horse reacted and he fell. He hit his head.
Yeah.
And he passed away in his 30s. But my mom was like, he always did everything and anything. Like in the late 80s, in the late 70s, he had brought a delegation to Kenya to see how Pakistan and Kenya can cooperate in business trades at that time in the 70s, right? Trying to open borders. So he always wanted to explore different business avenues and do different things.
Yeah.
On dad's side, dad has always been big into sports, businesses. He's always been, let me try this, let me try that, let me try that. They never came and told me that you can't do this.
Yeah.
Try it. And to be honest, I think UK just gave me the independence to do things on my own, right? Because I was a very sheltered boy, and it made me realize out there people who don't have anything. So it gave me that independence to do that. But I've always had people tell me, dare to dream. Be all you can be. What's the harm? Right? I mean, at the end of it, when the clock runs out, if I don't achieve the things that I wanted to do, and I genuinely know that I tried and I attempted it, I can rest with my hand held high and say, I tried my level best, okay? A lot of it also stems from, you see, just being part of a family that was very willing to give me different experiences.
Yeah.
From reading books to films and realizing there's more to life than just working a 9-to-5 job.
It's very interesting that you say this because many Indian parents that I know are very serious about their kids' education, and it's very, very curated in such a way that, you know what, I want you to become. It's like the Indian families and many Chinese families or Korean families too.
You need to do this, you need to do this.
You are either going to become a lawyer or a doctor. Mostly so it's doctor or, you know, some computer genius of some sort.
Correct.
So what makes your parent not do this? I mean, you said that your mom had the opportunity of seeing a father who was experimenting with many things.
Yeah.
But do you think that inspired them then to have you have this leeway to do what you wanted to do with your life?
To be honest, so my parents have also done that. They've sat around a table and said, accounting is a safe bet. Why don't you do accounting? And I hated accounting. So they've been Indian in that sense.
Yes.
They're Indian Pakistani in that sense. Because all parents, ultimately, they want to see you succeed. Right? And especially when times are tough, they want you to take the safest bet. And my family has had a history of ups and downs. And at the moment when we experienced the lowest of lows was when my university education discussion was coming up. And financially, things were tight.
Yeah.
So they had to play the safe option. I wanted to be a lawyer. Can lawyers really get a job in Kenya? You'll have to lie. It's not really successful. You won't make a lot of money. But some lawyers do tend to be very successful. But accountants are always the safest bet, especially in the Indian community. And I fucking hated accounting.
Yeah.
So we've had that moment. But the thing is, I think some of the biggest contributors to me opening my mind, including my parents exposing me to different things, was movies and video games. Right? Because movies and video games, especially when you're playing as a protagonist who saves the world, who does things that a mere mortal can't do, who does these extra human feats. Dare to dream, right?
Yeah.
Like Nathan Drake, like Solid Snake, saving the world in Alaska against all odds. So when you have that as a kid and you're constantly told that there's a main character that can do everything, so you sort of get that ego boost about you. Maybe it's delusions of grandeur. Maybe I'm thinking wrong. But I've had that from a young age where I've had these G.I. Joe characters influence all my decisions and life-making moves because they could do things and succeed. So why shouldn't I have the same outlook on life, right?
Yeah.
If life is a movie, why should my movie just be a 9-to-5 job? Let me try different things. Let me try and make it interesting for whoever's viewing it. And I've always approached it with that facet. Is if there's something that interests me, let me try and do it.
Yeah.
If I fail at it, okay, that's fine. We'll put it back. And I sort of have a rule of 3 for everything I do. Try it once, try it twice, try it 3 times.
Okay.
I know some people say try it 18 times, but
so there's things you've tried 3 times and they didn't work?
Yeah, like playing the piano. I didn't like it.
You tried it a couple of times.
I tried it a couple of times. It wasn't for me. Then I picked up the guitar.
Yeah.
So then I tried the guitar once. It was difficult. Second time it got easier, and third time it even got much better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not John Mayer by any chance.
But you play.
I'm just upper beginner.
Mm-hmm.
Middle ground, somewhere there.
Yeah. So I also play the classical guitar.
Really? So
Yeah.
you do flamenco style? What's
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
But that's the goal.
Yeah.
Actually, I have my fifth concert. Is it my fifth or my fourth? My fourth concert coming up on December 14th.
And you're playing?
Yes, I'm playing. So me and my teacher, we collab. We collab. So he comes to support me basically.
Bro, that's amazing, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I wish I'm at that level where I can fluently just play music and this and that. But I just do basic riffs.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, the thing is, it's something that I picked up late in life.
Yeah, me too. I picked up very late in life.
Exactly.
Like,
So
yeah.
there's no harm in doing different things. All is MMA as well.
Yeah.
That decision came much later, and I'd love to do it fully
Mm-hmm.
to an extent. Maybe not a fight. Maybe we were talking about a fight with Eric.
You know, funny thing is, when Eric said you fight, I think you somehow wiggled out of that.
What do you mean?
You didn't commit to fighting him.
Yeah, because it wouldn't be fair
Okay.
to Eric. I'd kick his ass.
He says that. He says that. He gives you the credit, though.
No.
I mean, yeah.
I saw that. I saw that, bro. To be fair, I think Eric would whoop my ass, bro, because we're completely different weight classes, and he doesn't do MMA. He wants to do boxing.
Mm-hmm.
So if we were to do a free for all discipline, I wouldn't box with him. I'd just chop his legs.
Yeah.
I'd just kick his knees.
And they'll be on the floor. And
I'm not sure. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm that well versed. I know we've trained together. He's seen
Yeah.
this. I'm still very much green
Mm-hmm.
under it. Okay, but
But
one thing
you
I'll
know,
tell you.
why are you? I feel like you're scoring yourself low here because Eric seems to have a very, strong opinion about your abilities, and the fact that you would probably, whoop his ass.
Bro, let me go clubbing. Let me get into a fight. Let someone record it and post it.
Yeah.
Podcaster gets into fight, and then we'll see. What I'll say is, if I do get into a fight with someone,
Mm-hmm.
I can defend myself now. Okay, I'm not in a position to say I can knock them out.
Yeah.
but I can take care of myself. And with fighting, so fighting has two parts to it.
Yeah.
There's the hardware part and the software part.
Mm-hmm.
So the hardware part is your body,
Yes.
all right? And the software part is the combos that you remember.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're in fight or flight, the software is just automated,
Yeah.
right? If someone throws, let's say, someone throws a punch at you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if it comes from this side, to block here and automatically counter that way,
Yeah.
right? If someone steps in, you know how to feint and then throw an elbow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, inside leg, outside leg, switch, 1, 2, 3, hook.
Mm-hmm.
That's software, that's programming. You're programming all those combos in yourself.
Yeah.
What I'm working on right now is getting my hardware to keep up with the software.
Mm-hmm.
So your mind wants to process it, but because you're overweight and you're tired, when you go to flight or fight mode, especially at a fat level, your body shuts down.
Yeah.
So you have to upgrade your software and have to upgrade your hardware at the same time till it gets to a point where both can keep up.
Yeah.
Right now, my hardware is here, but my software is here.
Mm-hmm.
So I can do one round on the bag for 3 minutes and I can do different combos,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm winded at the end of it.
Yeah.
I need to get to a position where I can do 5 rounds constantly, throwing kicks, throwing combos, switch kicks, inside leg, outside, all sorts of combinations, but the hardware and software are matching.
Yeah.
So Eric, when we trained together, the thing is he was doing, and anyone who's doing boxing, like just don't punch the bag,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, you'll build up the endurance, but when you're fighting with someone is just constantly throwing this at you. It's actually very easy to predict because they're so chaotic.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing,
Mm-hmm.
but you can actually block all those, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what I told him was, when you go on a bag, do jab, 10 jabs, jab,
Mm-hmm.
jab hook, do it 10 times, jab hook cross, jab hook cross,
10 times.
10 times, jab hook cross body,
Mm-hmm.
jab hook cross body, jab hook cross switch kick body.
Yeah.
So you try and alter all those different combinations,
Mm-hmm.
and you just work on those simple combinations.
Yeah.
And it's that philosophy of Bruce Lee.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, I don't fear a man who knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who knows one kick, but has done it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
That's the guy. Just master that combo.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think he saw me doing that, and maybe his perception of who I am as a person
Okay.
has changed.
Still selling yourself.
But yeah, the biggest thing you can do for you as a person in the physical realm is just work on combat sports, man.
Yeah.
It's bro, it's powerful.
I think it probably gets you. Do you think it can get you to this sort of level where you're like a killer machine that, you know, anyone on the street, nobody can.
So the other day I was just riffing with my brother. I don't know, I just do this sometimes with, like, even with my fiance, when she's just there, I'm like working on combos, and I accidentally just touched his chin with the elbow, and his brain literally went that way. What I'm trying to say is, like, humans are so weak sometimes. If you just know how to hit the right button, bro, you can literally finish someone.
Yeah.
It's dangerous, but there's levels to this. There's genuine levels. I'm still at level 1. Someone like Umair, that guy, if I ever see him at a club and he gets drunk and he gets into a fight, there's no one fucking stopping him, bro. He is knocking people out. Right? He's at Alchemist, people. This guy comes knocked out. It's
like those Chinese movies where, you know, where.
Because there's a weird thing we're going to do, but something you showed me, right? Just give me your hand, for example.
Holy smokes. Okay, this is where I stopped podcasting today.
Right, so just try and pull your hand. Like, you see, it's very hard to let loose.
Yeah.
Now, take your elbow and bring it to me.
This elbow?
Yeah.
And try bring it over to you?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do this way. Or
Yeah.
maybe this way.
You see, the thing is, all of a sudden my grip. Okay, so just hold my hand. Actually, maybe if we do it standing, it'll be better. Will the camera capture us?
The wide angle, maybe the hands.
Okay, so let's see. Right, so I'm capturing you here, right? I've held you this. I'm in a club, I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
Bring your elbow here. You see that? Like, try this on me. You see that?
Yeah.
Your grip loosens.
Yes.
People don't think about that. So the body's all mechanics. Now let's say, try and pull yourself away. I've got you, right?
Yeah.
Now do the same for me, right? But if I take this and I go like that,
look at that.
you see? So it's mechanics.
Yeah.
So imagine knowing how to work the body mechanics, but now in all different forms.
Yeah.
So the guy can literally go behind you, choke you out, snap your neck, elbow, crack you there. There's levels to it, bro.
Man, I'm afraid of this Umair guy. By extension, you, because
no.
I mean, all these simple things that we were doing here, man. I mean,
Yeah.
and they come so naturally, you know.
Because someone will always grab you by the hand.
Yeah.
So if you try and pull away, it's sort of squeezing in. But
if you do this,
your body mechanics, you put it in such a weird way. You take elbow to elbow.
Yeah.
You loosen grip.
Yeah.
Or when someone's holding you here, you just basically take the hand and remove it through there.
Yeah.
Especially for women, if they know those basic things, you can't really trap them.
Yeah, it becomes easier for them
So
to
there's Nairobi Jiu-Jitsu Club. I think it's in Thigiri. Definitely check that out.
Yeah.
Or just follow Omer. Right now he's busy. I know he's fully booked till like December, but as of Jan, he's taking new students.
Yeah.
With his handle, I'll send you his handle. You can just put it up over here.
Yeah.
But you should try it, bro.
Yeah, man.
100%.
I think it's beautiful, but as we're sort of landing this plane here, man, it's been an amazing conversation with you, learning about all these different things. There's one thing that I feel like we didn't touch on really, but this Ryla story, man, I don't know what do you feel about, the general
outlook of
things in the country right now, with whatever's going on.
So what I'll say is, I think despite what people think about Raila, we have to sort of give him his flowers. He was a man that stood the test of time in a way. Like, his name echoed throughout different elections. Granted, he was never the president, but he was still a formidable name in the community over here, and everyone well respected him. Like, just if you look at and I'm not well versed in the political climate, but Raila was always a name that was there as a mover and shaker. So his history, his involvement in Kenya, what he did for the country, we've obviously lost a person that is part of who Kenya's story. He's got a huge chapter that's part of Kenya's story, so we have to give him flowers for that.
Yeah.
In terms of the tension and the airport breaking in and people doing that stuff, that was a bit crazy. I mean, like, we were actually talking about this. If you didn't have like a leaf on your car,
Yeah, today, man.
Like people would break your car or do something stupid. I think that's just nonsense, man.
Yeah,
Come on.
that was crazy. So this is the first time I'm actually saying this. I went to the Kenya National Theatre today because I want to do my episode 100. I want to do it as a live recording.
Wow.
In KNT.
How many episodes are you on now?
I think so. As of today, there's 76, probably 75, somewhere around there.
That's good.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to be at episode 100 in January 4th, which is when I want it to be live in KNT.
And
so, folks,
you'll come and do it. You'll come back and do it.
Yeah, I'll come back and do it here. And then episode 101 is going to be in Toronto. So we'll probably.
Will you sell tickets for it?
Yeah, I'll sell tickets for it. So I need 300 people to attend, though, man. I don't know.
We'll sell it for you. We'll sell it for you.
I don't know if I have. I have even 20 people who will show up for for a podcast live recording.
So Eric and I will promote it. We'll put it up when you're going for the episode 100.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should also have the Kisiangani guys on.
Yeah, Kisiangani is actually going to be here tomorrow, probably.
Manu or
Manu.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Solid guy. Please give him my best. Like, he has a very strong community, and I think for us podcasters, we need to stick together.
Yeah, true.
It's a small but growing community.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, we learn from each other. And I think the only way, best way to put it, rising tides carries all ships.
True.
I mean, we just need to make ourselves a force to be
mm-hmm.
reckoned with.
Yeah.
People take seriously. I think we're the future of entertainment and media.
I think so too. And I think you and everybody are doing that over here really beautifully. And I think that's why I'm kind of shifting my base back here, because it seems possible here more than where I'm from.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's gonna work. So
yeah, it's weird that the culture in Canada, but I get it's because of cancel culture, man. People are just afraid to say stuff. We don't have that shit here,
mm-hmm.
at least not yet.
Yes.
I think Muaf, someone told him to take down the episode recently.
But
that's politics,
mm-hmm.
right? But everything else, it's fine.
Yeah, everything else carries.
So we're here to support each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're here to make this grow.
Mm-hmm.
You have my support, bro. Definitely. I love what you're doing. I love your setup.
Thanks.
I love your style. So
mm-hmm.
happy to promote you, man.
Yeah. And so what I was saying, so when I was in KNT today, I'm driving out of KNT and I see all these leaves on people's cars, and I'm like, why are all these people royal supporters? And I was like, probably some of them have these leaves on so that they just camouflage into the crowd.
People were stealing leaves as well.
Or stealing leaves?
Selling.
Or selling leaves. Leaf seller, 100 shillings.
Bro, you don't want your car to be broken down, you pay that 100 shilling.
Yeah, man, true. Yeah, and then I saw, whatever happened there, but probably my producer probably going to put up that picture of folks, trying to get into did people get into the plane? They probably did get into the plane.
Yeah.
RAO 001.
Actually, I think what happened was,
mm-hmm.
Eric actually sent me a video. Let me just check that out right now. I'm not sure if it's the same video that's circulating, and I'll forward it to you. Where's Eric's message? This is earlier today, right?
Yeah. Oh. These are folks just running.
That's
around.
Inside the terminal, bro. Like, that's where the planes land.
That's a motorbike. Another one.
What does that say
and the guy doesn't even have his hands on the handlebars, man.
That's to the plane, right?
Interesting.
Imagine how many flights got delayed.
I think they actually closed down the airport. There was a memo that went around, man. You're going to send me this and we're going to put it up.
I mean, look at this guy. That's, bro, where the planes are landing, man. Let me just forward this to you. You can put it up over here.
Yeah. What makes me afraid then is, I don't know, if something were to ever happen. But, when you think about the general scale of things, though, you remember what happened in Afghanistan? Was it Afghanistan? When the Americans were leaving and folks went into the airport.
They were attaching themselves to the plane.
Yeah.
And guys
and
were
eventually falling off.
That's just so messed up, man.
Yeah, I mean, it tells you that all this security that we think we have is very, very...
It's very fragile.
Mm-hmm.
I think every state is very fragile. And there's... If you look at the examples just right next to us, look at Uganda with Idi Amin.
Mm-hmm.
It was a state that existed in harmony, but over time the cracks just started forming, and then all of a sudden, overnight, a whole population was kicked off from one place.
I have a couple of friends in India, in Canada, who are actually descendants whose parents were.
Yes, I believe that, because the largest population in the 70s and 60s of Indians outside of India, I believe, was East Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And from East Africa, because of that scare that happened, not only did Uganda lose a lot of Indians, but Tanzania, Rwanda,
they were
and
all
Kenya, because people
afraid.
were scared that it would happen here as well.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of family members that moved to UK. We had people that moved to South Africa. We had people that moved to
Canada, probably, yeah.
Then even closer to home, if you look at Kigali, Rwanda, 1994, the genocide.
Yeah.
Overnight, man. I mean,
Yeah.
yes, years building up to it. So
Just one small thing.
we have to be very careful as an economic hub. I think there are a lot of vetted interests over here, especially from the West, now Asia Pacific, China. And if you look at the organizations and the investments and capital that has been put in Kenya, there's a lot that has to be done to get us to go sideways. But again, it can be a combination of different cracks, and eventually the whole thing shatters. It's a beautiful nation. It's a place we call home. We love it. Politics is in every single part of our discussions, but we should not let it be the single point of conversation for everything that we do, right? And it's also a very sensitive time, because with the next elections, especially now that Raila has passed out, someone told me that Ruto has a very interesting next couple of years, because with ODM and Raila backing him up, he was in a very strong position.
Yeah.
But now with that gone, where does that support go? Does that put Kalonzo, for example, Kalonzo Musyoka, in a strong position to be a contender? There's a lot of now interesting things that will happen.
Yeah, politicians right now, probably they're doing so much math in their head,
bro.
man. But when you think about...
I think Raila passed away last week, by the way.
That's what you think?
100%. You remember when the rumors first started? Yeah.
All those rumors were not for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're burying him tomorrow. Normally there's a mourning period, right?
Yeah.
So...
They normally say they say that he wrote a will, and they say he needs to be buried in 72 hours.
Really, he said that?
That's what they say.
But why would, if he was okay last week, when the rumors started circulating and they put up that picture of him with his brother-in-law or something of the sort, I mean, why didn't they just ask him to say something?
I don't know. I think he wasn't okay, for sure.
Yeah.
And then probably something happened to him, because they say that he was walking and then he had a heart attack and then he fell to the ground, and then they tried to do CPR on him. Even some lady
He was
doctor,
in India at the time.
Yeah, when they had the heart attack, yes, he was in India. And some lady was saying that, some lady doctor probably, or she's a nun. She was saying that, he had an attack and we tried to do the CPR on him, but he didn't come back and then we lost him.
This was last week?
It was yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe he actually passed away yesterday, but that kick the bucket meme that started going around, remember? That started last week.
Yeah.
So maybe with the smoke this fire. But anyway, he's passed on. He's left a legacy. Do you ever actually want to have that kind of impact when you pass away? When people go crazy to receive your body at the airport?
Nah, man. I think I just want to be by myself and my family. The family doesn't even get an opportunity to mourn. Man,
By the way.
The sort of thoughts that I have around death, if you're coming to my family member's funeral and I'm the one in charge, you're just coming to see the body and you sit down. If you want to listen to, I don't know if you've gone to African funerals and you see the way people make endless speeches of how they were in love with this guy and he was a great guy.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying the same thing. I don't want to hear anybody saying a speech if you're not a family member.
You should convert to a Muslim then, bro. They'll wrap you up in a cloth, say prayers, bury you, and...
No, I want to hear speeches though, but not from strangers.
Okay, strangers.
I want the family to speak up, cry, and spend the whole day giving those speeches, man. You have all these politicians coming to tell you we're going to build you roads. It's my friend's funeral.
Yeah,
it's
guys,
my family member's funeral.
There was one where I went, where guys started announcing themselves, their names, and then they say, I have a degree in this and that, and talking about the education, and then talk about the person that passed away briefly.
Go back to the CV.
Go back to the CV and say what we're going to do. He's passed on, but we'll carry because I can do this. And then 10 people like that, bro. We got there at 8 in the morning. I think we came back at 3, 4. I was so exhausted at the end of it.
That's African funerals for you. And the worst part is when there's a young family left behind and then people are giving promises, man, don't worry. We're going to take care of you. All these children's school fees is going to be paid for. Don't worry.
And it never happens, does it?
Of course it doesn't happen, man.
Bro.
In most of the case, it doesn't happen.
It's unfortunate.
And that's when you realize that life is very fleeting. What are your thoughts on death as we're winding down here? What's your thoughts on death? Being that you think about Raila and him being this enigma, as they called him, or as he called himself in his book. And then he just died, and that's gone. That's kind of final for him, man. And then from now on, it's only going to be stories about him. But do you think the death is final when you think about it?
So there's two answers to this. As a Muslim, there's life after death.
Yeah.
Heaven, hell, right? Deeds weighed, and the day of judgment comes and you go to a certain place.
Yeah.
But now, me seated here, free thinker, I don't think anyone knows what happens after death.
Yeah.
The only thing you're certain of is that the people that love you will miss you when you're gone. Beyond that, we don't know.
We don't know.
So, what I would like is a big funeral, rock stars and like fucking maybe John Mayer's son playing there.
You know?
People are like mourning, like 15 wives, 100 kids, presidents, all
Showing
over there,
up.
showing up. Make it like a 7-day event, yeah?
Yeah.
Get like a UFC fight every night. They're honoring a big funeral. That would be nice. That would be nice.
Strange way to go, man. Strange way to go as you're letting you into your you know, or burning you up.
Firecrackers and pyrotechnics. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
You know? And then a video from me saying
Goodbye.
to all my exes. Yeah. Make it a spectacle.
Yeah.
That'd be interesting, man.
Interesting.
Yeah, but
man.
thanks for having me, brother.
Yeah, man.
It's been fun, man.
There's this tradition we have here where we treat our guests like presidents. It's unfortunate that the guy who just passed away was a prime minister. But anyways, so today you're seated here, and we borrowed this from the United States presidency, where the president in office leaves a letter for the guy who's coming into office. And so since what we do here is ask questions, there's a question that was left here for you by the previous guest on the show.
Really?
And you're going to get an opportunity to ask the next guest on the show a question.
I like that.
So your question is, what was your last Google search?
Let's check it out, by the way. The boring answer is Shilajit. What is Shilajit? And before that, Crest Park Apartments. Nothing exciting, unfortunately. But I think I Googled the last serious topic I did. What was it? It was about ayahuasca retreat in Kenya. That was my last serious Google.
What's that? Ayahuasca retreat.
Ayahuasca, it's you know that it's like a ceremony where you have the ayahuasca plant and something to do with DMT. Yeah, you've heard about that.
Yeah, what about that?
Yeah, because apparently there's one in Malindi happening in December.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'll do it. Maybe not this year.
Doesn't it do something to your brain though? I mean,
it apparently helps you see into other dimensions.
Okay.
There's the theory that we exist one dimension in many. And so what that drug does is it takes you to a dimension that exists here and lifts the veil from your eyes.
Interesting. So I mean,
and it's sort of it's a spiritual plant. So if you look at South America, their cultures are very deeply rooted in it. And when you grow up, like how we have circumcisions for cultures over here, their rite of passage for kids is to do this DMT. So in some cultures, it's part of you seeing what your future looks like, your initiation, your guidance, your spirit tells you what to do and what your purpose is.
As a free thinker, do you really believe in that? Being that we have other dimensions here that we don't see, because we
yes,
are...
I think so. Do you believe in spirits, like jinns?
Well, I believe in
like devils and angels.
Well, I mean, the other version of that would be being a Christian. So I do believe in Jesus and the Holy Spirit and the angels.
Okay, that's a different dimension. That's a different plane.
So
Heaven
I need to take
different...
this ayahuasca plant and I'll get to see angels flying around.
Again, because I've not done it, I can't comment, but I'm assuming that's what it's tied to. You see, the thing is, like jinns and spirits and evil spirits, I believe that they exist in a dimension. They're here and everywhere. God, like how we say God is all-seeing, or he's everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Maybe he's in a different dimension plane than what we understand, that our mind can compute. And this plant apparently helps you see into a different dimension. Now, which dimension is it?
We don't know.
We'll have to go and probably do it, bro. Okay. So I have to ask a question to the next person.
Yeah. So you write it down. I normally don't see it until the guy said it before me.
Okay.
You can take it in whatever way you want.
Manu's your next guest, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
This one will hit him.
Yeah. Normally they don't know who asked the question.
Okay. There we go.
Thanks, man.
I like that. That's a good one, bro. That's a good one. Amazing.
Saj.
Yes, bro.
It's been great hanging out with you here, man.
Likewise, man. Thank you. What time is it right now? 7. Wait. Time is gone.
Yeah, man.
How long have we been recording for?
1 hour, 41 minutes.
That's
and
good.
12 seconds.
That's dope, man. That's really nice.
Yeah.
Is there any way you can slim me down from this side?
Slim down from that side.
We keep it waist and above.
Okay, no worries.
Nah,
so
I'm
I can probably cut that off if you don't want the wide angle.
Don't worry. I'm just
All right,
messing with you, bro. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
No worries, man.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been a pleasure, man. I got a last question to ask you, man. If
Yes.
someone was listening to us today and they probably didn't hear anything at all, what is the one thing you would want them to leave this episode remembering?
Dare to dream. You know, when we're talking about just trying different things in life,
Yeah.
I think life is, again, like the rainbow, different color palettes. Don't just stick to one thing. Don't just do a 9-to-5 job, go home, get married, have kids. I think experiment, go out, you know,
Just
scream in the mountains, go do Mira, go do ayahuasca in Malindi. Try different jobs, try different, go out, meet people, just dare to dream, man.
Yeah.
Actually, the way I can summarize this is, if your life was a photo book, okay, and you passed away today and someone was going through that photo album, what would they see? Is it just you at a job 9-to-5, you at home, on the weekends going out to drink? Is that how your photo book would look like? Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If someone was going through that, or does it have one of you at Mount Kilimanjaro, one of you at a UFC fight, you know, one of you making a movie, one of you doing a podcast, one of you traveling the world, one of you holding your daughter
Yeah.
when she was born? Just try and make it as entertaining as possible for the person viewing to see. And that's how I'd leave it.
Beautiful, man. If you made it this far, I think it's because you did like this episode. I've been hanging out with Sajid Vayani today. Sajid of Coffee Pump Podcast. If you haven't checked out Coffee Pump Podcast, go and check it out. Great conversations happen over there, man.
Thanks, bro.
Beautiful.
Thanks, I appreciate it, man. Cheers. We'll get you on Coffee Pump as well.
Sure.
We need to do that.
True. Till next time, do take care.
Cheers, guys.
Kwaheri.